This college basketball picks ACC, Big 12, Big 10, CUSA tournament edition of the Sports Game podcast is brought to you by Cut. Cut is the ultimate peer-to-peer betting platform available in 40 plus states. Go to play.cut.com and use our promo code SGPN to receive a 15% deposit bonus and put your money where your mouth is.
Hey folks, this is Bud Foster. You're listening to SGPN. Let's let it ride. Go Hokies, man.
He's one of those guys who will get penetration.
Welcome everyone to the Sports Gambling Podcast. I'm Sean, second the money green with my partner in picks, Ryan, Real Money Kramer. What's happening, Kramer?
Dog. Hello, Sean.
What's happening?
Happy March.
Happy March. The madness is upon us.
We're now deeper into March. I've been invited to a contest that I couldn't even begin to explain.
Okay.
Yeah. You ever heard of a Calcutta?
Yes.
Yeah, but for March Madness.
Yeah, no, those are fun. And of course, we got our Survivor contest, 25K up for grabs. sportsgamingpodcast.com/survivor, 25,000 guaranteed. Get in on that contest. And we have a bracket challenge coming up. Stay tuned. We'll announce that in the next few days. Very excited. The madness is upon us. And of course, come out, hang out with us March 18th, Wednesday, 6:00. Circa the overhang bar there upstairs. Drinks on us. Join us on the line, a gentleman who will be there with the TC crew. Mac, Noah, we got CJ, Rosenberg, and Rochelle are tagging along. It's going to be a great time. Colby Dant, aka Pick Dundee. What's happening, Colby?
What's up, gentlemen? Just a great day of hoops. Just sweating out some ball games right now. The Mexicans are looking good against the Nazis, and go college basketball.
Go college hoops. Yeah, I got Detroit Mercer on the money line, refreshing that via Gamecast. Great way to experience Horizon League basketball. Yeah, no, I mean, I'm excited, and I was already going to war with some charlatan over on X. His handle was Bracket Madness, and the guy was complaining about the Patriot League. I go, we had two awesome endings on buzzer beaters. Your handle says Bracket Madness, and we're experiencing madness in a conference tournament. You're against it. These people are insane.
You had sent me this, and then I went to click on it, and he has blocked me. So I imagine we've been in some previous battles, although I don't recognize the name. But well, he's a moron, because another thing is it was on campus. I mean, like, if you can't get the benefit of hosting the entire tournament at your home stadium and having the easiest path, I don't know what to tell these fucking people. Bracket madness.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bracket
I mean, first
madness.
of all, come on, dude, you zoomed in a little too much. Your logo's not even high res. I almost need to bring up I mean, I'm guessing he does this a lot. Oh my God. He's just, it's a very
lame account.
Yeah,
but
I was gonna try to get to Sean's situation.
It's arguably been the best tournament. I would say it's been the best tournament. Just on the Lehigh game winner and the Navy ending.
And shout out to Avetta who had this point, and I totally agree. The conference tournaments where only one team is getting in, those are the most exciting ones. I mean, sure, yes. Am I going to be watching the big conference tournaments? Obviously. But come on. Yes.
All right.
How about
Sean,
this?
Sean posts the buzz, the basically the last like 5 seconds of the game where Navy scores and then Boston scores. His response is the mentality of someone who has to go in and just poo what we said yesterday, which obvious great moment. And not, I guess I was wrong to say that 100 people out of 100 in the room will be sitting in their chair and stand up and say that was awesome one way or another. Whether you lost money, won or lost, your heart was racing. That did the job. But this guy is the 1 out of 100, Sean, who says,
actually, yeah, I posted these Patriot League buzzer beater. Yeah, great. Thanks for ruining the NCAA tourney, Patriot. Wretched slugs.
what does that even mean?
What is he talking about? Also, did you have Navy going to the Elite Eight? Yeah, I mean, I love Patriot League basketball, and yes, it was awesome when Lehigh beat Duke, but come on, like, what are you talking about? Sending some trash team to the slaughter instead of Navy? You tell me. Well, if Navy was so good, they should be able to beat Boston on their home court in a tournament situation. You think they're going to do like, what am I missing?
This is my favorite response, where you point out that it was settled on a court.
Yes,
like a good sport. No judges involved at all, and he goes, essentially, well, they do settle on the court over 4 months.
Yeah, okay, and they got the number 1 seed. They got home court, which I agree. If they're so good, win the tournament. And then I go, so your name is Bracket Madness. You hate buzzer beater upsets in conference tournaments? And he goes, that is correct, sir.
I would report him for being misleading and deceiving.
Well, hold on,
like, come on, Bracket Madness. What a douche.
In the off chance that he actually listens to this pod, here's what he just doesn't know basketball, I don't think. Right. So
yeah,
you guys know that, so let's just Butler in 2012 or 13, one of the Butler national championship years. Right. So that's one. George Mason, VCU, right?
UConn, Kemba Walker.
Yes. George Mason, VCU though. I'm talking mid majors though. How about Fairleigh Dickinson? Merrimack was supposed to go. They were the second team in that thing, right? How about St. Peter's? Right? St. Peter's when they went to the
they weren't the 1 seed, were they?
Yes, they were not. And they had an upset. How about UMBC? Vermont was the 1 seed. UMBC upset Vermont in Burlington, right?
We've had one 16 seed upset a 1 seed, and it was from that conference tournament where they were not 1 seed.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I mean, it's just absolutely wrong. Like, it's a terrible opinion. It's just, he doesn't know the sport. Most of the great success stories from the mid majors have come with them not even winning their own fucking conference in the regular season. Yes. Majority of them, like I'd say like 85% of them.
Yeah, they're a mid-level team that gets hot, and it's a fun journey to follow.
I kind of have been crafting a theory on some of this.
Yeah,
I feel, and maybe like this is also the kind of thing that Sean might say, well, it's like this every year, but it feels more and more that we get these like cascading waves of like intentionally contradictory takes or like counter takes or like, right. And I think it's AI. I think AI is suggesting to more and more people that they should have takes like this. They're then adopting these takes. Then the sheep out there, like this guy, Bracket Madness, _mad on X.
Yeah.
He then follows like a lemming to the cliff and walks right off, falls for the trap. It hates everything. That's really the trick of it, right? They're teaching everyone to hate. Like the only engagement is hate and anger towards things, and so even the most obvious great thing can somehow garner this type of like 10 years ago. This take doesn't exist. 10 years ago, no one is getting mad at a buzzer beater, but the pandemic happened. And AI is now.
I think it's just he probably was bitching about this game, and then they're like, "Oh, you want to see takes on this game?" And then they served up mine.
Sure, but I'm but how do you get to the point where you're already upset at the format? You're probably a young person who hasn't experienced shit in the world. And you're latching on to this idea that because one thing didn't go your way, it needs to change. This is the problem with youth sports in this country. This team isn't treating my kid fairly. I'm going to go to another team. That's what this mentality is.
Rick
But
Pitino
don't
was
do that
calling
with White Tiger,
shutout.
Colby. Don't do that
I
with
will
White
not.
Tiger.
I will not. And by the way, I have it for you here. 2007, George Mason. 2011, VCU. 2011, Butler. 2013, Florida Gulf Coast. 2013, Wichita State, who went to the Final Four. Right. Same with that VCU and Mason team. UMBC 2018. Oral Roberts 2021. Remember, South Dakota State was the 1 seed in their conference. St. Peter's in 22, Fairleigh Dickinson in 23, NC State in 24, who went to the Final Four as well.
My God.
Yeah,
Remember that, what was that fat guy who was super fun? He was also
Wait.
a DJ at Applebee's.
I
DJ
think they're
Burns,
all,
yeah.
DJ Burns. They're the answer. I believe it's either them or UConn is the answer to the question of like a Power Five conference team to be under 500 and make the Final Four.
Yeah,
that NC?
No, I think it's NC State because
under 500 in conference. Yeah.
Because UConn was in the American with ECU the year they won it with Kevin Ollie. So.
Oh, I was thinking the year they had to win the Big East tournament with Kemba.
Okay.
But either way, yeah, that NC State team. I mean, well, that was the stat that I brought up the other. It's not quite the same point that you're making, but yeah, no, I think in general, the concept of playing a regular season to position yourself for the postseason is how every sport operates. Now, sports do their playoffs differently, but literally college basketball, I would have told you is number one in the country, even maybe better than the NFL in terms of their postseason because of how electric it is, because of what the stakes are. And you have all these feeder tournaments that, guess what? You want to expand the tournament. The tournament expands to every conference, and you essentially have these kick-ass feeder tournaments played in shitty gyms. Sometimes the guys on the mic have peaking audio, and electric shit happens. That's why it's great. People are so dumb. It's so irritating to see how dumb the country's gotten. So many dumb people in sports gambling saying dumb things about March Madness. And it's going to cause change. And it's all because these fucking dummies.
A lot of talking heads. I mean, I saw the dude on Fox Sports, dude on ESPN. They're saying the same thing that the guy's arguing with Green. And I'm like, when has this ever been a problem before? When has this ever been a problem? This is a formula we've used for a long fucking time.
And the reality is, unfortunately, like Sean was saying, it is the Patriot League. So maybe we should tone down, like, let's change everything because a team that was very likely to not advance out of the first round got a little bit hosed. I mean, the Navy was on a heater in general. So
well, and now those guys they got bigger fish to fry out in the Hermaz Strait or whatever's going on.
Well, that was the heater I was referring to.
Oh yeah. No, I mean they got bigger worries than Boston University. All right, we got a bunch of games.
Kind of sucks to lose to those ones. I mean, if you're going to lose to anyone in the conference, and no one wants to lose the Boston
little Terriers.
Yeah.
Kramer, let's get after it. We got a bunch of games.
Colby,
tournaments.
Anything else to Sean's ready to get started. So you have 60 seconds to get anything else off your chest.
Well, we got 40 seconds for the Mexicans to seal this one up. They're up by 18. College basketball is the greatest. Don't fuck with it. We don't need a bigger tournament either. How about that?
It's fine. It's great. Don't touch it.
Oh, you know what? Before we get started, I did see the game that MAAC was at was good for a while. Did you happen to see him getting after it on he's getting a credential just to hang out with the cheerleaders? Like who's he getting credentialed by? Let me bring this up here.
Hopefully you took the over on photos of MAAC with different college cheerleaders because he is just smashing that over.
You know what he's doing? And I mean no disrespect, but he's doing like the Maxim version of Campus Tour.
Yeah, let's go.
And like look at
March Madness.
Look at this nice post. You got build. I mean, this is essentially, imagine if there was a Buzz Williams mural there, it'd be even better. And then like a true savage. Oh no, what did we? He was at
the casino in Evansville. Yesterday I think or the day before.
All right, hold on.
Here?
I don't know what happened. I can. You're gonna have to look at my winning Kentucky Derby winning horse for a second. This is why I copy pasted the wrong thing. And then he immediately. So again, we've done the media credential thing before. Colby, you've done the credential thing before. Have you ever? When does this happen?
They don't go. And now time for the photo with the cheerleaders.
Yeah. What is this?
Yeah.
It must be MAAC networking.
Guys, I'm married to a Colombian. I do that. I get my balls cut off.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Oh,
Colby, no
Colombian necktie. If you're, Colby, you wouldn't get a microwave oven. You get the regular conventional oven.
I had to. I don't know if you guys were this guy.
I'll take a photo with the fucking the mascot. That's what I look for, Sean.
So I was zooming in. I was looking at
there are a couple dudes.
I was going to zoom in to look at Mac, and I caught this gem of an individual.
There he is.
But then, I mean,
let's go, Mac.
Do you think they know who he is? Do you think he's coming in there with some reputation and some heat?
Yeah, everyone loves the college experience. Kramer,
he's got the hat on. I mean, it's renowned. You know, it's
smash.
I
will say,
my dad was impressed. I was at I went to a baseball game, a neutral site baseball game in Fayetteville on a Tuesday, like weekday. They're throwing the worst pitchers, right? And we had a fan show up. Was a truck driver, and he just comes over and he's like, "Pick Dundee," and my dad's like, "The fuck's he talking to?" Right?
Nice flex.
And you know, from there,
so talking to?
My dad's like, "Holy shit, you got people that actually listen to you?" And I was like, "Yeah, Dad, we got downloads and everything." All right,
let's go.
Yeah, I mean, you can't go anywhere these days.
Getting recognized if you're out with like friends or family is it's a nice flex, and shout out to the audience.
Yeah, with the family at the win, walking through one of their bullshit gardens. Kramer.
Yeah, I mean, well, there's certain places,
you don't
stadiums, casinos. Those are where we get recognized.
Guy sitting behind me at the Giants Raiders.
I mean,
game.
when we hang out at Circa, I feel like Paris Hilton because everyone's like, "Hey, can I get a photo?" Sure. No, and it's I feel like Kramer. And I don't care. It's just funny. I feel like a lot of times people always down to take a photo, and then I never see them online. They don't tag us or what. I don't.
You're
care.
talking to the wrong guy.
But
I can relate to someone not posting a picture online. Maybe it's just for the group chat.
No, I mean, I'm happy to. I just feel like a lot of times they never end up seeing where they go.
Yeah, they're in the Buzz Williams A&M file.
Yeah,
I mean,
buried deep.
Yeah. Sean's not kidding. Never, like very rarely.
No,
very rarely.
Again, not that we're some massive stars, but at the Circa, hanging out at the Beeson show after, people are, "Hey, what's up?" Always happy to talk, shoot craps, have a cold one. And the photos get taken, and I just never see them. So tag us.
So what do you think Mac's saying right there? And which one out of those girls are you saying, "Hey, honey, you want to go play some blackjack back at the casino?"
I just want to know who they think he is.
Yeah,
I'm again. I mean, no disrespect to Mac or the college experience, but like first off,
you know Mac's serious because he took the sunglasses off.
Yeah, well, he looks like. I mean, he looks like someone like all right, Moneyline Mac as played by Tom Cruise. Just riding his motorcycle from game to game. He just there's an energy that Mac's putting off right there.
Yeah.
For the young kids out there, confidence is everything on and off the court.
Let's go.
Now, I will say, I want to know who they think they are. Now, you see that tilt of the head with the one to his left, our right.
Yeah.
That's the tilt of a head of interest and intrigue. But I'm guessing, well, I can't wait to hear off the record tales of Mac.
Let's go and come out and hang out with Mac at the Circa.
Oh yeah, I mean Mac will be drinking.
That's a stone cold lock.
We can lock that one up. All right. What just happened?
Missed 3 by Hofstra to win the game, so we're going to overtime. Yeah. Good stuff here. I mean, you guys, none of you guys took Hofstra, right?
I'm on Hofstra.
No.
I'm talking future.
In the future.
No.
I like the way Colby handles the word futures. He's talking about his futures. All right, we got Alcorn State. I was just double checking the current number. Taking on the Panthers of Prairie View A&M. Colby was talking about how this is a conference filled with some pretty awesome mascots.
Logos. We call them logos.
You like the mascots. It's about the animals, right? We remember we did a whole camel thing. Next, we'll learn about the Black Panther. Prairie View -6.5.
I'm gonna double down on fading Alcorn. All right.
Well, I mean, yeah,
I see 5.5 out there. Right
yeah,
now.
they were getting 6.5 against Alabama State and just destroyed them. What do you make of that game?
And Alabama State won the conference last year.
Yeah,
it's just the SWAC. Sometimes you just get some no shows. So taken back by it for sure, but no way sustainable. I refuse to believe this is sustainable. Give me the Panthers of Prairie View laying the 5.5 that I see out there.
5.5. Yeah. Colby's correct. 5.5.
I'll take Colby's word for it. The SWAC expert and Alcorn State. The entire season they won back-to-back games once. Mississippi Valley State and then Bethune-Cookman. Nice win against Cookman.
They destroyed Bama State today. What?
Yeah, hilarious.
Where'd that come from, Colby?
Yeah, I mean that's just the SWAC. Sometimes you just have some no shows. You know, there's just the gap isn't that big. Besides
they
Valley
lost
State.
15 to Alabama A&M. So Prairie View they beat. So maybe they're due for a loss because they beat Prairie View earlier, and now they're I guess revenge for Alcorn State. But I'll stay chalky with Colby. Prairie View A&M. Kramer, what do you know?
Well, normally you're fading the bad team that's coming in the bracket from the deep depths, and they're playing a big step up. But in this case, I don't know how much of a step up it really is. And, you know, I think maybe they can slow down Prairie View, you know, maybe they can kind of, you know, grind it out a little bit. They did play really well in that game. So yeah, I'll take the points. This is kind of a surprising number. I would say
you're taking the points.
Taking the points.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm disagreeing with you guys. I think really bad conference, top to bottom. UMass Lowell taking on UMBC in Baltimore. 3 p.m. on Tuesday, March 10th. The UMass Lowell logo that Colby chose to use here, youtube.com/sportsgamblingpodcast, is truly terrifying. Colby, what are we doing here?
Well, I just, I think they do a really good job with the, with that logo of the Retrievers. Cause you see that scruff behind his ears. You see that scruff behind his ears. Like that's pretty impressive. Cause if you really think about it, the attention to detail, guys, you look at that right there, they nail it. They fucking nail it. I mean,
yeah, no, you're right.
That's the difference with the Chesapeake Retriever. Kramer's just he doesn't see it. You know, he's a dog hater. We know that. We've established
known dog hater.
Yeah,
filthy Chesapeake water.
They really nailed that mascot here. It's 7.5 that I currently see, and that's a little too much for me. Lowell has been hot. They were a young team coming into the season. They won 7 of the last 10. I think they can stay within this number against UMBC, who's on a 10-game winning streak, but it's the AE. All right. If you're not Vermont, I trust nothing. All right. Give me the points in Lowell. I think they're live.
I'm with you, Colby. I mean, number 1 in the conference in offensive rebounding, and I'm usually not the number is telling you something, but they beat Lowell by 23 earlier at home this season, and now they're only laying 7.5. I think that's a good sign. Give me UML. No, they beat them by 23 and 24.
You ever seen a Riverhawk, Sean?
Yes, I have.
What's
Beautiful
your
animals.
Yeah. What's your thought on that animal compared to like you? I just appreciate the ones that hang out by the rivers. You know what I mean? They're smart. That's where the life is, you know?
Yeah. They know where they just swoop down, get some loose fish. I like it. I like a good river hawk.
Do you know what a river hawk is?
I'm more of a mountain hawk.
We had a long
Lehigh.
We had a long conversation about the river hawk earlier this year on an NFL episode because the river hawk is also the sea hawk, which is also the fish hawk, which is actually the osprey.
Okay.
So
good hawk facts, Ryan.
Well, now everyone should know. Shout out to the osprey. Yeah. I mean, Colby, like the detail in the dog. I like the hawk. I'm gonna lay the points.
Well,
disagree with you guys again.
Well, now that you bring that up, one of the
Wait,
things
you're laying you're laying the points with UMBC's 7.5, right?
Yes, because as Sean brought up.
Well, because you said you like the hawk, that's why I was confused.
Yeah.
Oh no, you're right. What?
Look at that.
Oh, here we go.
Look at that fucking river hawk.
That is a sweet ass.
So
hawk.
I will say the osprey. I have not seen too many ospreys that look like a badass hunter. I feel like now.
Look at those talons.
I know the human being and fish can coexist peacefully.
Shout out to Gary K. I mean, look at that, and you're telling me, look, that is a awesome fucking bird. I mean,
how big of a
bird, right?
How big of a river hawk do you need to pick up a Chesapeake retriever?
Oh, it's impossible. There is no scenario where a hawk is.
Yeah.
Colby just got an email. In addition, pretty much stark difference in the offensive capabilities, even though in real life, it does seem like the river hawk may possess better offensive capabilities. The 2 times.
That's the flying V too. Look at that. The flying V right there.
Do we have an updated numbers on the double revenge spot? I feel like mostly the double revenge teams have been going down.
Yeah, no, I mean, no, East Tennessee State beat Western Carolina so Western Carolina had swept them in the regular season. I think that one stands out as I think today though, that with Wright State, they made it
State was one.
They made it 3 in a row. Yeah. But look at that flying V. I mean, what an animal. YouTube.com. Get on over there. Sports gambling.
Great
podcast.
Wingspan.
Yeah. I mean, just a beast.
The more that you see the predator birds, the more that you realize that the dinosaurs were birds. Like watch an owl walk around. Tell me that not okay. I see. I understand. We just got a little confused because the feathers didn't last millions of years. Mercyhurst.
So the real lake show. The real lake show.
Actual lakes.
Taking on the Sharks.
Now the Sharks have already punched their ticket, Ryan. I know you were confused because you were celebrating your future on Long Island.
Wait till Long Island wins the game, and I point out that I had this 2 days ago. They're laying 6.5. How do you not lay it with the Sharks?
Well, I don't need this game.
No. We're Mercyhurst money line. Are you kidding?
Yeah, come on. They're playing a team that already. I mean,
you gotta lay it.
They're out on Long Island drinking Long Island iced teas. They're already packing for the March Madness. They're going to the tournament. They've probably been celebrating the entire week. They don't give a shit about this game. Mercyhurst all day.
This is the dog of the night. This thing is hitting plus 220. Are you kidding me? First off, they beat them the last time they played on February 21st. And now there's no stakes. There's no stakes. You're removing this. I mean, they didn't have much stakes on the February 21st, but there's a little more than now. All over the lake show here at the Steinberg Wellness Center, where the screws are fucking loose. And as you know,
all I know is we're hardworking, tax-paying people like you, and we don't take shit from nobody. You got that asshole? Ask me. The fucking union that works for you.
Kramer, what's the number?
Mouthful of marble, 6.5.
Oh yeah, come on.
It's ridiculous.
LIU's giving up 7 points on the line. No, thank you.
6.5. Yeah, I mean, so your whole angle is that they just don't care about winning the conference tournament.
It's
like, they've been celebrating.
It's not only that too. The teams are actually Mercyhurst is actually really good. So it's like for this conference, they're a good team in this conference. So it's like this would have been a game for the championship, I would have probably, if it was 6.5, I probably would have taken Mercyhurst with them both going full.
They both games were competitive. They split, both winning at home. I just don't think they're going to get smashed here. 6.5's a lot in this conference. Kramer?
True. Yeah, I'll take the points.
Mercyhurst Lakers consensus play. Hey, reminder guys, new sponsor. Well, they were previous sponsors, but they're back, baby. Cut.
Oh,
that's right. See in the streets over on Cut. Peer-to-peer sports betting platform allows friends, strangers bet directly against each other. Obviously, they got you covered with sports, bunch of politics, pop culture. Cut's great. It is the ultimate put your money where your mouth platform is, Kramer. We got all these jabrones who say first half unders are stupid. First half unders. Oh, that's a bad system. Go list your, go get your first half overs over on Cut, and we'll happily scoop up the value on the first half unders.
They might not be familiar with my game over in the Cut streets.
And Kramer likes to be the liquidity, the Don.
Just call me Doctor in honor of the doctor.
Yeah,
call me Doctor Liquidity.
So again, Cut super fun, and again, you can go head to head. You two people in the chat battling it out. Take it over to Cut. And literally put your money where your mouth is. Available in 40+ states. Go to play.cut.com or download Cut in the App Store. Use our promo code SGPN. Get a 15% deposit bonus. Play.cut.com, promo code SGPN. And Cut is going to be giving away a bunch of credits over on Cut in our bracket challenge. Stay tuned, more details to come, but sign up now so you don't miss out. And we're also brought to you by Underdog. They get you covered for every sport. 2-pick entries, 3.5x, 3-pick entries get you up to 6.5x. Fortunately, we went 1-1 last entry, but we're looking to get it back here. Colby, any plays you like here for hoops?
Yeah, let's. I mean, I know I said I'm on Lowell, and Lowell's leading scorer, Angel Montez, has been killing it lately from the Dominican Republic. He dropped 28 against the Great Danes of Albany, 33 against Maine. But those two matchups against UMBC, they've guarded him well, held him to 9 points in the first matchup, 10 points in the second matchup. I see his higher lower at 19.5. Let's hit the lower on that, because I still think as much as Lowell can cover, you're asking a lot of points there. And they've played defense pretty well against him. They've had a good game plan. And then let's jump on over to
what's his sorry, what I was trying to look up his name. What's his name again?
His name is Angel Montez, and that's Montas.
And we like the lower 19.5 points.
Correct. And then do they have this game? Yeah, let's jump on over to the Syracuse SMU game that we're going to be talking about in a little bit here. In the first round of the ACC championship here, or tournament, whatever you want to say.
Yeah, Syracuse isn't getting to the championship.
Yeah, that's for damn sure. Let's look at the great Boopy Miller there. This guy has had some very, very good games. And if you look, the last time he played Syracuse, he did struggle a little bit, only 11 points. But I am going to not trust that. I just think he had a bad game because he has been killing late. He went for 32 against Florida State, 21 against Miami, 26 against Stanford, 23 against Louisville. Let's take the higher 19.5 in a playoff game for the senior experienced guy. He's been in college for a long time. Boopy Miller, higher than 19.5 points. Angel Montez, lower than 19.5 points.
Underdog Fantasy, promo code SGPN.
I don't mean to say something mean about the sponsor, but they're scared to give me that boost.
Yeah. I'm sure once the once we get closer to the tourney, the boosts, they're usually pretty good with the boosts, Ryan. I got a soccer boost, which
that's all I get. Soccer, tennis. What am I doing over here?
They want you to spray the board.
Well, yeah, I mean, but tennis is a bridge too far.
Head over to Tennis Gambling Podcast. Scott Reichel. I'm sure he's got some winners.
Yeah, maybe not interested in tennis. And we got to talk about a big one here, Colby. Vermont, a sometimes good team, hosting the Highlanders of New Jersey. Institute of Technology.
Now, is this like a real college or is this a trade school? Like you learn an HVAC repair here.
Oh,
what goes on at the NJIT?
Wow. I think it's just like any other tech school, like nerd stuff.
Okay.
I mean, I would say that I'm a little surprised they have a Division I basketball program. Growing up in New Jersey, that I missed that part of this is Vermont or nothing. The spread is Vermont minus 11.5. Colby,
What do you make of the Catamount?
All time
Pretty
cat.
bad motherfucker, right?
Yeah. And calling it a catamount again. I feel like this animal goes by like 10 different names in college basketball, but this is the catamount up there in Vermont. Also, I hate schools who name their mascots about animals that aren't native to their area, their region. So shout out to the catamounts.
Kramer would not kick a catamount.
No, he would not. He'd be scared. He only kicks big dogs.
well, according to the internet, the catamount it refers to just generically wild cats.
Okay.
So, maybe they have wild cats in Vermont.
Oh yeah.
So that's, but it is weird to have to be named after just a generic like. It could be a cougar.
This is just
could
a
be
prep
a panther.
Appreciate
let's see.
that one.
They have the Canadian.
I guess they're facing some issues because the Green Mountains they've been deforestation and overhunting. They've not been as prevalent as previous years.
Seems like they have Canadian lynx. They have the eastern bobcat. Cougars are believed to be extinct in Vermont. So yeah, it does not seem like they have a lot.
That's why Mac's not going to this game.
It does seem like
no cougars available.
They don't have a lot of cats. Although I have a 2024 sighting of a rare lynx. It does seem like they're a little light on pussy in Vermont. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. I mean, I think Colby, the cat you just put on the screen, what would you think that was?
Look at Weehawk right there. Had a catamount on our game camera a week ago in the Wii. Looked like a bobcat.
Ooh.
See? He's up there in the mountains of Appalachia.
That wasn't a bobcat that you were showing us. That was a mountain lion. That looked like to me.
No, I just
or a cougar maybe.
I said, give me a real photo of a catamount in the wild to
Yeah,
Google. That's what they gave me.
You're not listening. A catamount could be anything. It's a wild card for all. Yeah, it could be a bobcat, could be a cougar, could be a mountain lion, panther, all different things. Anyway, it is pretty ferocious, but can it defeat a time traveler who has magical powers?
I mean, and they made 4 of those movies. This is a smash play. Get this technology bullshit out of here, all right?
Yeah, I'm
like
with you.
first
I
off,
mean, Vermont's such a history in the tournament.
This place will be absolutely lit. This is on campus. No, I just think Vermont down the stretch has played like ass. 6-4 in their last 10, and even that they beat Maine by 2. All right, one of the worst teams in the conference.
I mean, this to me is just the ultimate revenge spot. They let these Poindexters from Jersey come up and beat them at home on January 31st. This is they got them down in the tech lab on February 21st, but this is a nice revenge game at home. So yeah, all day with Vermont, right? You gotta lay it with Vermont.
Yeah.
Kramer, what's the number?
Ready for this?
11.5 is what I said.
It's huge, but I'll take Vermont laying the 11. Colby, you in?
Lay it all day. They win by 20.
I was gonna say what round is this? The semi-final? No, this is the final.
No, the winner plays UMBC.
Yeah.
Or UMass Lowell. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys have the Vermont free future too, so
let's go.
We will soon be going head to head with our futures. Next up, Texas A&M Corpus Christi, which that New Orleans team kept fighting, and then Corpus. It was like they were holding on, then they get kicked in the face again. Pretty electric game. down there in Lake Charles. Now they take on the class or some of the class of the conference, aka a lumberjack from Stephen F. Austin.
Hofstra's just banked in a 3 at the buzzer to
Oh,
take
wow.
down Towson from the corner, from like the far corner.
That's gross. He didn't call bank. Stephen F. Austin laying 6.5 points, Colby.
Yeah, shout out to Corpus Christi for battling back. I mean, they took it to New Orleans early. Then New Orleans went on like a 17-2 run, and then they battled back and checked New Orleans. Thought they got a nice whistle, but at the same time, Stephen F. Austin's gonna take it to him. I'm laying it with the Jacks.
Yeah,
2-0 in their previous matchups. Tough to make a case for this Texas A&M Corpus Christi crew. Do they have surfing in what is the Texas A&M Corpus Christi mascot, Colby?
They're the Islanders. They're out there in Corpus Christi, Texas. So they surf the Gulf of Mexico. Try not to get any oil on them.
South Padre Island.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Well, have you ever seen the videos of the people surfing behind the oil tankers?
No.
The oil tankers create like a little wave that you can ride forever. It's not quite like ripping a wave to the beach, but I guess it beats whatever else they got.
Yeah, Stephen F. Austin, the defense is so good that's going to carry him, and they don't turn it over. This should be a smash play.
Oh, I see. It's not too far from Galveston, which Charles Barkley had a bunch of hilarious words about.
Them big girls in Galveston. 7.5, right?
Did I say? I think I said 6.5. Let me double check there. Yeah, 6.5.
All right, Colby and I on Stephen F. Austin.
We're all on Stephen F.
Consensus play on the Jacks here.
I mean, again,
the only thing I'll say is this: they're playing this at McNeese State. McNeese State. Do you think all those McNeese fans will be there to boo Stephen F. Austin?
No, I've been watching all these games.
No,
it's not that. It's not that.
Stephen F. Austin hasn't played yet.
I'm just saying. I watched the Corpus Christi game. I saw the president there standing next to the band. There were a lot of empty seats. Unlikely to me that the crowd will be an impact. And I think sometimes you can watch a game and a team can win easy or win hard. I feel like Corpus Christi had to exert a lot of energy in that game.
Yeah, it's a back-to-back.
I don't think you get my point. McNeese is on deck.
Yeah, they're going to root against them.
They play the next night, the next game. It's 2 games in one location. So the McNeese fans are going to be in the house.
Oh, I understand.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm just saying, is the game after or before?
After. That's what I'm saying. So
we'll see if
there's a chance
early.
that this is lit for them rooting for Corpus Christi.
Maybe. I mean, that does happen at the bigger conference tourney venues. I haven't seen a super lit crowd in Lake Charles yet.
Why would there be? McNeese didn't play. It's on campus.
I understand. I understand what you're saying. Okay. I'm also saying the building's been very fucking empty. And I understand that
McNeese hasn't played.
I know. I get what you're saying, but also comically empty. Siena, Merrimack, back in Jersey, Atlantic City, 6 p.m. on the West Coast. Great. I see Colby's gone dog heavy tonight. I think it's a theme. Siena is catching 3.5 points against Merrimack. This is a nice logo, championship logo. I'll give them that. Colby, what are we doing here?
I mean, awesome game, by the way. Jerry Mack trying to stamp his name. I mean, he called this, and they've gotten better each and every year. Merrimack did get a little fortunate that Marist just did have the worst clock awareness maybe of all time, as they dribbled it out with 6 seconds left. They said, "No, we're not going to put up a shot." Who did I pick in the last game? I took Stephen F. Austin. I'm going to take Siena here.
I don't know.
I'm going to go against my future. Brett in the chat was saying,
really?
Who did Colby pick? Yeah.
Oh, I see. You're attending to your beautiful chat. I understand.
So wait, you're going with Merrimack?
No, I'm going to get my futures on Merrimack. They looked like shit the other night. They got very fortunate to win that game. Siena and Jerry Mack, they've always had tournament magic. All right. So I'll take a shot on them. And I mean, how can you fade this?
Colby's got a lot of props tonight.
Yes, the dog. So see, I told you, Kramer, those giant St. Bernards, they do have the jug of whiskeys.
Yeah.
People said it was an urban legend, and there he is, the dog with nice whiskey.
Who said it was an urban legend?
I was correct.
A lot of people said this. We were talking about this. Yeah.
These Bernese Mountain Dogs.
You got to remember when you mention dogs, when you mention dog shot, he hates a real dogs.
photo.
He blocks it out.
This is a glamour shot right here. This isn't something a dog would actually.
No, this is a dog in the wild. They just caught him.
Just build their own.
Him with a giant.
Here's my thermos. Let me get my.
No, they're born with the little thermos. They get it filled up.
See again.
Kramer would never own a Saint Bernard.
No, that's true.
They do have massive shits.
They're big. They shed a lot.
Siena's lost to this team twice, but they were both super good games. They lost by 4 points at home, and then they lost in OT. I feel like I keep going back and forth on these double revenge spots, but yeah, I'm with you, Colby. I'll take Siena in the points. Kramer, what do you do?
This is the first time I'm fading my own pick for my future. Actually, fuck this. I gotta stay consistent. Give me Merrimack.
I don't like that they've lost.
I gotta ride my guys. I gotta ride my future. But Merrimack looked like shit the other night.
I've only gone against the you beat the team twice in the regular season a couple times, but I am on a Siena. I think I have plus 350 maybe.
Plus 330 on our sheet.
Plus 330. Okay. So I there's no reason to go against that because as Colby said, Merrimack definitely looked beatable. So I'll take. I like Siena.
This. Colby covered both sides pretty well. So either way, he has something to tout from this game.
Lay it. I was just thinking, dude, Merrimack. I was not I was really impressed with them all season. They look like shit the other night.
So good.
But now that they're gonna get home on this, they're gonna show that tape. They've had a couple days to show that tape. And Jerry Mack's gonna come in thinking he's hot shit. I won the Big East tournament back in 04 or some shit like that. And Merrimack's gonna be ready for this. So give me these Warriors. They come out to play.
All right, Portland State slot. Portland State, Montana in Boise for some Starch Madness. This is also an elite conference tournament logo. The Grizzlies are catching 2.5 points. I'm seeing confirmed 2.5 points. The Grizzlies are catching against Portland State, which a friendly Viking logo. It feels like we've done a lot of Viking talk over the last couple days. Surprising amount.
I guess they condone rape, huh?
Well, again, Colby, we've seen a lot of people get offended by mascots and logos, and yet
the Colonials.
None of the Vikings have.
The Vikings have just missed the cancellation thing completely. The Vikings are not the most progressive of characters. Go back and look at your Viking history.
But they're further back in the timeline, so people,
I guess
deal with the last guy.
All ridiculous, all fucking ridiculous. But Portland State won the regular season, and they kind of almost shit the bed. They had like a 4-game lead. And they lost like 3 or 4 in a row. One of them was to Montana. Montana, Money Williams today went off and just destroyed Northern Colorado. Flushed the toilet on. I thought Northern Colorado was the best team in this conference. I'm going to trust these Grizz. I think Portland State's a little phony. So give me the Grizz. I know they're playing like for the second time in what, like 10 days or something. Yeah. Which is interesting.
February 28th. Yeah. February 28th. They played. It was 74-68 in favor of Portland State.
I'll take Montana.
Montana.
I'm sorry. In favor of Montana.
Yeah. I'll take Montana in the points. Very good at the free throw line, and that those clutch buckets I feel like translate into these conference tournaments. Give me Montana all day. Big edge at the free throw line, and their offense in general pretty good.
The pace, man.
Yes,
it was an issue for them in Missoula. I watched that game. It was an issue for Portland State. I think they set that same pace, and Portland State struggles to adapt to it.
Yeah, it's an interesting conference. Like half the conference plays fast, half the conference plays so. I'm a big fan of the Brown Bear as well. Give me the Grizzlies. Now, Grizzly Bear versus a boat full of Vikings. What do you think? They do have swords.
How many? What is it? Are we saying how many bears? What's the bear to Viking ratio?
all right, let's say it's a boat with like 50 men and there's like 5 grizzly bears.
Oh man. And they're on the grizzly bears got on the boat.
They're I don't know,
because if they figured out how to get on the boat, I think you're fucked.
Well, they can swim.
I need more context. Are the cubs visible? Are the cubs visible?
Oh yeah,
Mama grizzly bear will fuck up everybody. Yeah, she'll take like a shotgun blast to the face and still.
The problem is the Vikings are like the Russians in World War II. Like they just bring numbers and they don't. Oh, hey, you killed 10,000 of our guys. Well, we got 50,000 more behind us. They don't care if they don't cover the spread. They'll eventually just have too many guys.
That's true.
Yeah, I wonder if they would, if you could even. I wonder. Yeah, maybe you got a sword.
The other thing is what the spacing, because I feel like in a closed space, once if the bears are on the boat, you're fucked. If it's a big open plain and you can lob some shots. But yeah, hand to hand combat.
And if they're on a river,
the bears are gonna roast them.
Yeah, especially once the human goes into the river. Yeah, we don't know how to operate.
They get the home court.
Yeah,
Montana all day.
Colby, you ever seen that video of a grizzly chasing a brown or a black bear up a tree?
I think I have.
It's one of the most. I'll see if I can find it later in the show. But it's one of the most terrifying things you'll ever see because. In your head, you're like, oh, maybe I can get away from a bear going up a tree a little bit. That thing climbed a tree as fast as you can sprint. Just a true alpha.
I've been waiting for
predator.
the grizzly bear to evolve just a degree, and then they'll take over.
Really?
They'll just take over the planet, right? Well, they're so close. They're so close. If they can just evolve a little bit.
You can't convince me that Russia hasn't figured out how to communicate with bears.
That's what they're doing with all their AI stuff. They're just putting it straight in the bears.
I mean, they're going to try that.
Why would they not?
Chip in the bear, be like, all right, bear.
Yeah,
you fight for us
Ukraine's
now.
about to fold as soon as they figure out the bear AI.
Don't you remember we learned about the soldier bear who served in the Polish army and busted his ass all the way up to Corporal Wojciech? Come on.
I was reading this. It was some Twitter post, so who knows what it was. How true it was, but back in the day,
you don't believe everything you read on the internet?
So back in the day when these imperialist colonial Brits, they would go golfing, they would hire a jam boy, and a jam boy was basically a guy, a kid or a man that they would bring golfing with them, and they would have the guy cover himself in jam so that when they're golfing, all the mosquitoes would go to the jam boy. They would not get paid, but they would allow them to keep the jam. Yeah, no shit. You're not going to take the jam off the guy. So they would let them keep the jam. Again, it's some Reddit historian thing, but Google jam boy. I went down a rabbit hole here.
It sounds like a bad job.
Yeah.
I mean,
look at the photos of bears. Bears are bad motherfuckers. I mean, they're close. They're close to taking over this thing.
Can you imagine you're part of this squadron where the bear carries your equipment?
The bear's setting up the RPG. What's going on here?
You got to hang out in a mortar hole with a fucking bear. Well, the bear carried all the heavy artillery for them.
Yeah, well, and then they're like, "Hey, we can't leave the bear out in the open. Get in the foxhole,
down here, bear." I mean, my God, and the funniest thing about it is if you go to the Corporal Wojciech, aka the Soldier Bears Wikipedia page, it's famed for his love of beer, cigarettes, and boxing. Anyway, we can move along now.
Well, if you had to get reincarnated, bear's got to be one of your top choices.
Oh, come on.
You just sit there and you got fucking salmon flying into your mouth. You fucking sleep half the year. It's just
in Montana. The one of the preserves, they have like a March Madness style bracket to see which bear gains the most weight. They have the fattest bear competition.
Yeah. They have that's what. There's a couple of bear accounts that do something similar. All right, so we're all
on the Grizzlies.
Next last game before we get into the conference tournament stuff. Grambling, Jackson State. Do we not have a number on this one, Colby?
It just came out as we were talking. Because,
4.5. 4.5.
Okay.
Grambling laying 4.5 against Jackson State.
Grambling won by 3 on January 31st. But they've been playing ass down the stretch. Just 3 of their last 7 before tonight's win over Valley State, which, by the way, we cashed on as they what did they win by? They won by 25. Yeah,
they put it on.
I'm going to take Jack State here. Mo Williams, obviously former NBA great, is I think done a solid job at Jack State over the years. This is one of his weaker teams, but I still think Grambling's just been going in the wrong direction, and I don't know that you really prove anything by beating Valley State by 25. So give me Jack State here, JSU.
That was one of the teams they hadn't beaten earlier in the year, but so was Jackson State.
Yeah, revenge game here for Jackson State. They get it back, and if you're a free throw connoisseur like me, nice little edge here for Jackson State. So yeah, I'm with you. Jackson State and the points again. Very dumb to have. Just come on, someone can't be a Tiger in the conference. Whoever wins this gets to be a Tiger.
Really?
Both
it's like the
Tigers.
SEC is like what Auburn Tigers, Missouri Tigers, Mississippi State
much.
Bulldogs, Georgia Bulldogs. You also got LSU Tigers. I mean, shit. It's just the whole damn conference is the same animal. It's disgusting. Somebody. What about the Wombat? No one ever takes the Wombat. You know what I mean?
Yeah, or just bats in general would be cool.
Yeah, there's a million animals that we just never use. It bothers me. It always bothers me. It's racist against these animals.
That's one way to put it. Give me Grambling.
Oh wow!
Continue to disagree with you guys.
Taking the bad Tiger. All right, 3 locks and a dog, and then we'll get to some conference tourney action. Colby, what are you doing here? We need 3 locks.
We will lock up Vermont minus 11.5 as the first one. The second one will be Mercyhurst plus 6.5. Then let's go with interesting here. This one's a little tricky. Give me.
You want some help? You can put Steven
Prairie
out.
View.
Oh wow.
Prairie View leg 5.5 against Alcorn. The dog is. It's Mercyhurst, guys. Mercyhurst going to win this thing.
I'm with you, Colby.
Doubling up on Mercyhurst. Classic Colby move.
Lock for me, Montana. Just so I didn't waste all that time thinking and talking about Bears. Vermont 11.5. Other lock. And then I like Stephen F. Austin laying the points. That feels pretty good.
Yeah.
7.5 is the number. And then I'm with you, Colby. Mercyhurst Lakers get it done outright. Kramer.
All right, lock. Stephen F. Austin lock. Vermont lock. UMBC lock. Siena dog.
UMBC laying 7.5.
Correct. The river retrievers or whatever Colby calls them.
The River Dogs. Hey, reminder, we're also brought to you by Kalshi, available in all 50 states. You can get down on anything over on Kalshi. Shout out to us, Kramer. Cashed a nice, it may still be technically pending, but Tua to the Falcons. I think it's like a 16-1 payout.
As you know, Sean, this is the legal tampering period.
Yeah, so I think it has to legally go final for me to get my sweet Kalshi cash. But again, you can trade anything over on Kalshi, available in all 50 states. New traders get $20 in their account when you use the code SGPN. T's and C's do apply. Kalshi is the app. SGPN is the promo code. Get in, get your free play once you start trading there. $20 in the account. Smash it. College hoops and everything. Reality TV. Get your wife, your girlfriend involved. There's some stuff they like over on Kalshi as well. Make sure they use that promo code SGPN. And we're also brought to you by Rhythm. The Rhythm is gonna bet you picks, prop sides, total, and the AI bracket generator is now open. You can generate up to 3 separate brackets. Then once the tournament's announced, They will run the models that you submitted, and you'll get model-based predictions for every game from the first 4 through the finals. Highly recommend Rhythm. Great, especially with college basketball totals. Download the app today, RITHMM, and use our promo code SGPN25 if you want to go premium. RITHMM, promo code SGPN25. And quick shout out, Merch Madness, alive and well. 15% off everything in the merch store.
What's our count?
I think it's still at 10.
No, we haven't gotten one since.
No,
I saw someone say they got one.
What
right.
you always?
I saw someone say they got one.
True. It's true. No, it's not true.
We're still sitting at 10.
Yeah, we're still sitting at 10.
Okay. Startyourfootballprogram.com. Kramer's rocking the very nice first half unders hoodies. Those things are fire. If you're going to be out in Vegas, rock some of the gear, the mugs, the steins. It is, I mean, it's just a great hang. And the merch is high quality. Promo code March, 15% off everything.
All right, let's get into the ACC, which, I mean, at this point, not too controversial of a bracket. They've even scrapped the idea of having play-in games, and they just call it the first round now. So we get a first round of crappy games or crappy teams, and then the
I like this.
Seeds.
I like what he just said. The first round we get crappy teams, meaning the Virginia Tech Hokies.
They're not a good team. That's why they're not in right now, Colby. They if they were a good team, they'd be in this tournament field, because it's kind of for as much as people have said it feels like there's a lot of teams that are somewhat competitive. I think the bottom falls out and the bubble's pretty weak. And
I think I think that's a misleading thing. I think the metrics have been changed. Like the schools adapt to the metrics that we talked about this on. To me, why it's kind of rigging the deck from the start. I think there's plenty of good mid majors. Like Akron should, like some of these teams that are really good would be strong bubble teams 10 years ago, 5 years ago, you know, or in the field, which would then strengthen by, like, take Akron, for example. They would be in the field if it was 5 years ago. And then another good mid like power school would be out on the, and so on and so on. So like, I do think this is a result of the metrics being a failure to a certain extent.
Yeah, but it still is what it is, unfortunately. All right, let's talk first round in the ACC, which, by the way, comical price on Duke. We'll get to the futures later. 11 a.m. on the West Coast. We're in Charlotte, North Carolina on Tuesday. Pittsburgh, the 15 seed. Stanford, the 10 seed. Pitt is catching 5.5. 5.5. Colby found logos for Stanford and Pittsburgh you've never seen before in your life. YouTube.com/sports gambling podcast. I mean, are we at all handicapping the West Coast teams having to come east here? We treat
Stanford's been out there though. They were in Raleigh the other day and won.
Were they hanging? Okay.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh was pretty ass this year. Who do you like, Colby?
Yeah, I'm on Stanford. I think Kyle Smith's good. I think they basically fired Capel. This is that's the only thing, I guess. Do they get up because is he a player's coach? He's back home in his state that he was born in and raised in. But I just think Kyle Smith at Stanford is better.
He's probably trying to schmooze John Shire, get a warm seat on that bench for next year. I'm with you. I'm on Stanford as well.
Yeah, tough to make a case for Pitt. I guess they've been okay on the road. ATS 6-5, but
look at that free throw percentage.
Yeah, no.
Say no more.
The advanced stuff is pretty ass here for Pitt. 67% from the line. Give me Stanford laying the 5.5.
And Stanford right now, according to Bracket Matrix, like the first team out. So
yeah,
gigantic game for Stanford. Knowing that they'll probably lose, but yeah, I'll take
great point. They need it, so they're gonna lose. Exactly.
Yeah.
14 seed Syracuse, 11 seed SMU.
Don't let the orange get hot.
1:30 p.m. 1:30 p.m. on the 1:30 p.m.
We
on
don't
the
know
West
that.
Coast.
We didn't get a gender identity check of all. I mean, they probably could use a couple chicks because the Syracuse women's team is better.
That is true.
Yeah, this I don't know what this horse is doing for SMU here on the
It's
screen.
got an itch for some more money.
SMU laying 4.5. Number seems a little short for me. Colby?
No, SMU is playing for their tournament as well. Like they're right now one of the last teams in or first out. I'm all over SMU here.
That's what I mean.
And
the spread seems short.
The boosters will make this known. All right, this isn't a Stanford situation. This is a C note game right here.
So wait, the numbers live?
Yeah, 4.5.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, just start with the Syracuse program. 64.9%, 360th in the nation, coming in ice cold. This Syracuse team has no pulse. Give me SMU minus the 4.5.
Can you believe it, Colby?
I mean,
would you ever have believed a day Sean would be throwing Syracuse?
I mean, do they got any Boeheim adjacents on here?
No.
Yeah, they're fresh out of Boeheim.
No, yeah, all sober drivers.
Oh, he might be on the call though.
Really?
He gets those ACC network games. So he's been announcing on ACC network.
Yeah.
He's one of their play-by-play guys. Yeah,
he's not horrible. It's not quite like who was the Belichick disciple that was surprisingly decent? Man genius. Yeah, not quite a man genius situation. That clip from The Sopranos just popped in my feed.
That's man genius.
Wake Forest to 13. So we're all on SMU.
Yeah,
and we have Boopy in the underdog entry.
Boopy.
Wake Forest, the 13 seed, Virginia Tech, the 12 seed, 4 p.m. on the West Coast. So we got the night game in Charlotte. Just getting a temperature check on the Hokies fan base. I think there's going to be a pretty decent contingent there. Yeah, I think there's some hope that Virginia Tech can go on a little run and find their way to punching a ticket. I don't know about that. This is a team that has found a way, when possible, they've found a way to show you they're as good as the team that they're playing against, but not actually win the game.
They've been great ATS.
Minus 2.5 here though. So we're in a short favorite situation.
I don't love
and
that.
What they split, right? Wasn't there a buzzer beater the first game?
Again, this Virginia Tech team has found a way. The Wake Forest game, I don't believe that wasn't a buzzer beater. It was a close game though.
No, the first one I think was a buzzer beater. You know why I remember this is because me and Nick flipped the coin on which game to go to. There was 4 games that night.
Let me see.
We flipped the coin on which game to go to, and we ended up at the Campbell game. And Campbell blew out Northeastern, while Wake Forest Virginia Tech was a 3-point buzzer beater. And we're like, fuck, we should have just went to Wake Forest Virginia Tech.
It was a 3-point game, confirmed.
Yeah, I think it's tied up with 5 seconds left, and I think they hit a 3 at the butt, like with 1 second left. So
Virginia Tech.
Oh no, this is a typical Virginia Tech win probably. This one, this was the first game that Colby's talking about back on January 3rd. Yeah, I mean, look at that win probability die off there at the end. But I mean, the other game is kind of the inverse of this. So
I don't like that they're favorites, but in general, anytime Virginia Tech's been on the road, you take them 8-1-1 ATS, which is crazy. Now a lot of that is as a dog. I don't know if they've been
and Mike Young expiring contract has been
he got extended, I thought, right, for 1 year, or he's coming back.
I'll be honest. If the news of a contract extension happened, I have not seen it. Now,
no. I don't mean extended. I'm saying they announced he's coming back. I think.
Yeah, right? Is important because his contract ends, I believe, this year. So he'll be back. I do think that they'll get out of this game, and then things get interesting.
Press conference after the Virginia game.
Mike Young, no, I missed it.
Oh, it's pretty great because he's like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing wrong. but he's like, it's on me. But he's like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing wrong. Like,
I like their path though, Colby, because are you
gonna have a ticket on Virginia Tech to win it all, right?
Yeah, because like I said, I like their path. I mean, I watched them play against that North Carolina team. They could definitely, they would have Clemson. It's a tough path, but I wouldn't feel.
I actually
like
think
they're
this game is
outmatched.
scarier than the Clemson game because Wake's random. Like Wake's capable of beting anybody, but
so is Virginia Tech.
Yeah.
This is a very random
Virginia
game.
Tech. I think Virginia Tech's a pretty good team. I'm gonna take the Hokies too, but I worry about I think like Virginia Tech will beat Clemson. I think Wake Forest is tricky though.
I like that. You're calling. They'll definitely win the next game, but this game.
I just like that. Well, because
they won't play the next game if they don't win this game.
I'm laying it.
Yeah, I'll take
home.
I'll take the Hokies.
Right,
it's
Colby.
a little bit of a white knuckle situation though.
Put those future odds.
Wake's good as a dog.
I mean, Duke
Wait,
is.
we have one more game, buddy.
Do we?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even put it on the screen or on the sheet.
Oh boy.
My God.
How come you didn't update the sheet?
Me a hard time. He gives me a hard time.
How come you didn't update the sheet? Is
and
this
he
in the
even
future?
went through the slides. He even went through the slides ahead of time.
Well, I wasn't
copy and pasting live. Good reminder. Get the Saudi Arabia State T-shirt in the merch store. Great conversation starter. Promo code March, 15% off everything. I'll be rocking mine in Vegas.
Let's see. Do we have a number for this one, Colby?
Let me jump on over there and see what we're looking with.
This one, all right. So yeah, I was half mistaken. This one is on Wednesday, 4 p.m. on the West Coast.
And I am seeing. What am I seeing here?
You're gonna have to. I think we have to make a number.
FSU -2.
Okay.
FSU is red hot right now. They've won 8 of the last 10 games, and one of those losses was a 1-point game to Virginia where they were up like 90% of the game.
Ooh, yeah.
Cal, I know trying to get back into the dance, but you're playing a buzzsaw right now. I will take Saudi Arabia. Yeah.
Oh, I see what Colby did. Colby, if you would go back to the bracket, please. If you could mosey on back. I just want to clear something up with the audience. See, Colby's trying to talk about a second round game.
Oh, I see.
I thought we were only talking first round games, but we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it.
Wait. We've been following this in the Big Sky. We did the same thing.
Well,
and a bunch of other conferences we did the same thing.
Well, no, I'm harping on a technicality. What I started the conference out with. If you had the official ACC bracket, you would see that they stopped. They used to call not label this first round, and it would be they would label the next game first round, and these would just be playing games. But they've changed that, and so they've actually made it so that the game we're talking about right now, Colby, is a second round game.
Whatever you want to tell yourself, that's the game that's happening. I don't care if it's third round, fifth round, whatever round.
I'm just clearing up why you made the mistake.
The protocol. No, I'm following the protocol that we did.
We had the protocol.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I just explained why you're wrong, but that's all right. We can talk about it. Saudi Arabia State.
Love this team right now, and we'll talk futures. But
they are dangerous right now.
You could have a crate in an ACC. Obviously, Duke's mega chalk, but Florida State, they don't give a shit. They've been playing really good basketball. I'll happily lay the 2 with Florida State. I mean, you just look at their second. Just look since the end of January. I mean, their losses. They lost to Miami at home, fine rivalry game. UVA, they lost by 3 at home. Like Colby said, they were up a lot in that game, and then lost on the road at SMU by 3. I think they're gonna smash here.
So yeah, and so I take it they were also hanging out. Did they stay on the East Coast after playing Wake? Cal, that is.
I would assume, when was that? It was
Saturday. That would have been.
I don't know. Maybe they go back. Stanford has the resource. I don't know. I mean, Cal, who knows with Newsom?
Those public school kids, they can't. Lay it with Florida State. And I think when you have a mega chalk favorite in a conference, it obviously makes it so that a lot of the teams are massive prices. All right, so bring up those futures, Colby. I think Duke. I think you had it -350. I mean, start there. Are any chance that you would bet Duke at minus.
No, I mean, look, they rested some of their guys last year. Now they still won it, but
that's crazy.
But I think they'll probably do the same. And Duke could play Florida State in the second round, which is I think that's a team you probably don't want to play in the conference right now. Duke probably will smash them, but Florida State is playing really good ball right now. They're probably the hottest team in the conference.
I'm definitely going to take a shot here on Miami at 20-1. I mean, you look at their path, I like it, and then
we get the rematch with Louisville probably.
Yeah,
right?
And again, they're like Virginia Tech. They've been great on the road for whatever reason, not as good against the number at home, but teams that are good on the road and playing in a neutral environment. I like Miami. I'll happily take a sprinkle on them at 20-1.
I like that. And Sean, the Detroit Mercy Titans, the hospital, have won outright.
Money line.
They will be in their first title game since 2012. Let's go.
Let's go, hospital.
Bob Morris letting me down. Letting me down.
Colby, what are you doing here in the futures market?
Oh, you notice in this graphic it says first round, second round.
Oh,
yeah,
interesting.
I'm just I like details. Colby,
I will. I look. I was going to take your Hokies, but you're getting stupid over there. But no, I think that let me take a shot on the Hokies. We know Carolina's got a man down. Let me take a shot on the Hokies at 200-1, and on the north side of the bracket. I'm with you on Miami. I think Miami would get the rematch against Louisville, and then they should have beat UVA the first time. They'll get a rematch on that. But I think it's Miami and the Hokies. Some say it's a rivalry.
I just bet Miami to make the Final Four at 80-1, I believe it was.
Yeah, it's a fun ticket. I'm also on it.
So yeah, put me down for Miami. And obviously I'll be on Virginia Tech. And I would say make sure you shop these conference prices because they are all over the place. In fact, right now, Sean, the Circa has 400-1 on Virginia Tech.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God!
Gotta send Bowser over there.
Pretty wild stuff. And they have only 17-1 on Miami though. So, yeah, I really hope that chalk doesn't come in on in the ACC.
Yeah, it'll probably be Duke, but who's laying minus 350? Let's take a couple dart throws. So we're all in Miami at 20-1 and the Hokies 200-1. Mostly just because Kramer will just go nuts, and so I want to. It's a little insurance.
Are there any other of these long shots that we should we consider a sprinkle on Florida State? And no, take that back. Some big numbers. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, if Florida State was to get past Duke, they could definitely beat everybody else.
What about NC State? What can the pussy pack do any damage?
They're too pussy, dude.
Fair.
What about you? What about UNC? I know Caleb Wilson, but what do you make of UNC?
No, thank you.
Not long enough price.
They almost lost to Clemson like a week ago in Chapel Hill. So now you're going to beat them in Charlotte, and that'll be 50-50 probably.
I didn't think they were particularly impressive when they played the Hokies a little while ago either. So
yeah. All right, we'll just stick with these.
Yeah.
400-1 for that paper ticket. My God. All right, let's hop over to the Big 12, where pretty similar format to the ACC. They're a little bit more symmetry in their bracket. I mean, it looks like a board game. Double buys for the first 4 seeds, single buys for the next 4 seeds after that. Let's hop over. We're in Kansas City. We're Baylor.
And the reminder, they're playing on a glass court.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Have you checked it out, Colby? Have you watched some of the videos?
I did. Look, I think it's a gimmick. I think it's unnecessary, but this is what happens when you let suits run your conference. You know.
To me, the application would be some sort of cool, after add the effects on the court, go all the way.
We never had a problem with courts before.
No, you're right. Now I'm curious. I will be curious to hear the players' feedback on like what the court feels like.
Or like, what about when you're shooting a free throw or something like depth perception? Like if it's lit up, I do think.
Oh, that will be distracting. But my thought is more like the main thing that would be impactful is it just not being like the ball bouncing differently. Your sneakers reacting differently to the floor. You know what I mean? Like not sticking in the same way.
If someone conference,
if someone blows out an ACL or something, this will be the last. This will be the last time we have a glass.
Baylor laying 3.5 against Arizona State. I was scrolling through my feed today, and someone posted an old video of the Hurley brothers coaching together at Wagner, and it's just like side by side drama queen. I'm sure it was something Colby retweeted. That's why it entered my feed. And yeah, I mean he dead man walking. So are we going to lay the points here? Does
they Arizona just hand him? I mean, he's going to coach the rest of the year, which will be tomorrow.
Yeah, it's one game, right? Like he's not going to.
Scott Drew and Baylor that 16 and 15 has been very disappointing season there in Waco, and I think they're still the more talented team here. Better coach, more talented team. Give me Baylor. Who the fuck knows on this fucked up court?
Yeah, I mean Baylor number 2 in the conference in offensive rebounding. Arizona State's defense is not good at stopping that, so I think Baylor's going to get the offensive boards, the extra possessions. That's enough to get it done. You said 2.5 point favorite, Kramer?
2.5 point favorite.
Okay.
And yeah, I mean, anyway, the thesis of me sharing them acting like fucking babies is how is he going to act now with literally no employment contract? Is he going to be on his best behavior because he's trying to get another job, or is he going to just go full? Yeah, I think the team. What was the last game that they played? It was that Iowa State game.
Yeah,
and
cashed on it.
They fought for a little bit, and then they just quit in that second half.
Yeah,
and they let Iowa State get the.
Colby was out laying the 15, and I was like, that's a little high, and they were hanging around the first half, but they just totally tucked the tail between the legs in the second half.
Not pat Colby on the back too hard for the Saturday slate. He really liked.
Marquette money line, St. Louis or George Mason money line. What are
I'm focused on the contest. The best bet of
Colorado State.
That
Rams.
wasn't very good. Santa Barbara tried to talk us into
Santa Barbara won. Oh my fucking god, dude! Did you
try to convince us? Try to convince us to put Hawaii on the slate. They lost outright to Long Beach State.
Did you see the end of the Santa Barbara game?
Yeah.
That is the worst transition defense I've seen in my life. What? Man. It's 5-on-5. Just don't pick up someone right underneath the basket. Rigged.
Yeah, it's
rigged
college,
game.
baby.
Rigged
that's why college is great. That's why you love it. It's imperfect. Noon on Tuesday. We're in Kansas City for all these. Great barbecue. 16 seed Utah, horrible this year. Cincy, the 9 seed. Another team I took a little piece of them to make the Final Four at 170-1.
Oh my god!
And they have the easy matchup of the first round, laying 11.5 points here. Colby,
I'll take the points.
Yep.
Cincinnati will win this game, but they played like a couple weeks ago. Similar number. This was at the Cintas Center, or no, not the whatever the fuck, Fifth Third Stadium Bank shit. The Bearcats home stadium. And it was a 4-point game. I think Utah is. I mean, they're not. I know they suck, but they're in the Big 12. Like if you threw them in another conference, I mean, we saw them stick it to a couple teams in the non-con. I think they stay within this number.
I'm with you. I'm looking at the ATS records on the road, and obviously this is kind of a road environment for both here on the neutral. Utah's 8-3 ATS. So to Colby's point, yeah, they suck, but they'll get the cover, especially here as a big dog. This is kind of where they thrive, at least ATS wise. So I'm happy to take Utah on the points. On the other side, Cincinnati laying 11.5. No, thank you.
So the the merger, the reason they're called Fifth, I mean it's very confusing, but they're called Fifth Third Bank, like 5/3 or Fifth Third. That's the sponsor of the Cincinnati. You wouldn't believe it, but they were derived from the 1908 merger of Fifth National Bank and Third National Bank.
Who could forget?
Bankers.
Come up with a better name.
Just any name is better than that.
Cincinnati Bank.
Don't use a fraction.
Yeah, very confusing.
I'll lay it with my Bearcats. Thank you very much.
The fuck is that?
Kansas State, the 15 seed. BYU, the 10 seed. Some fun scenes there from Provo down the air. BYU laying 10.5. What's up with this Kansas State Wildcat? That looks like a Wildcat that just burst right out of the closet. Just
yay, basketball.
Woo!
Hated it.
Well, he went. Yeah, you know what? That looks like a Wildcat that went to Kansas State because they thought it was in Manhattan, New York. Found out it was in Manhattan, Kansas.
Where's the catwalk?
Big problem. 10.5 point favorites. BYU is. My God.
Lay it here. Lay it here. I don't even think K-State fans, and look, Kansas travels so well. The Jayhawks do. They'll be rooting for BYU.
Yeah, BYU too, man. They're kind of a mess.
Aren't we in Kansas State's home state? I mean, like, no, I guess not really. We're in Missouri,
but I think it's a dead man walking coach.
You're ready for the NFL, buddy.
I mean, yeah, it's
the Chiefs. You know, get it?
They've moved to Kansas. I know it's.
Yeah.
Or
and the Gare Bears are next, buddy.
The Bears are not. I'll say this: we haven't really talked. The Bears are not moving to Indiana.
Oh wow.
I don't.
Are you personal friends with the mayor?
No, I just read a couple things. I don't think the NFL will let it happen. I think whatever's happening right now is all for show.
That's the one that's a bridge too far.
I think there's a couple markets they won't let a team. I think the Bears are on a short list of teams that they would not let move out of Chicago. We're all laying it with BYU, right?
Yeah, K-State's there's blood in the water. I think the Jayhawk fans that are here, and also Iowa State fans. Remember, who's Iowa State's big time rival in the conference? It's Kansas State.
Yeah,
they're all going to be rooting against Kansas State, BYU to get it done.
Yeah, it's tough to make a case for Kansas State. I'll lay it.
Also, Kansas State has been super ass.
Yeah,
for the majority of the season,
even when they had their original coach.
Oklahoma State,
or they're still letting Tang coach, right, Colby?
No, he got fired.
Yeah. Well, but I mean, these guys get fired and then they still coach.
Remember they're trying to fire him for cause because he said his team was soft, or they're not going to be back next year. Some kids' parents wrote a letter to the school. All right, 14 seed Oklahoma State, 11 seed Colorado, 6:30 p.m. on Tuesday, March 10th. Colorado, Colby's Bison, aka the Buffaloes, laying 1.5 points. Again, he has this whole sassy, like, sexual energy collection of logos here.
Yeah, the female Bison is pretty horny
on both sides.
She's batting her Bison eyelids over at the other Bison.
That Oklahoma State Cowboy looks like he's also pretty ramped up and ready to go. He's spinning his
plays
basketball.
For a different team, figuratively and literally.
Yeah. What laying the 1.5 here, Colby?
Okay, State playing for their lives. I mean, they probably need to win the tournament, but them losing to Houston, they did cover for us though, like good teams do. Give me Colorado though. Tad Boyle's team, young, they're fearless. They don't realize the moment they win one here. There's a reason why they're favored, because OK State's actually been the better team this year.
I don't know. This is tough. Colorado is a favorite. Colorado in a neutral. That's not really appealing. Oklahoma State on the other side. Colby's point, they're probably the dog for a reason.
Oh, I mean, I thought the win earlier in the season was pretty impressive by Colorado. Granted, it was at home, a little bit of a home edge.
Yeah, I'll roll with Colorado.
Yeah,
I don't feel great about this though.
No, you know, well, that's why this is the first round of the Big 12 tournament. These teams are volatile. I'll also lay it with Colorado. I don't think we've played Oklahoma State away from home all year. Doesn't seem like the right thing to do.
No, they won at UCF, right?
They did.
They
did. We
did
did
OT.
UCF.
That was a nice win.
Yeah, we weren't on.
Yeah.
No,
We were all
I'm
on
saying
UCF,
maybe we
yeah.
should have been.
Oh yeah, I'm just not a system I generally like to play. They're a play at home squad, football and basketball. All right, let's look at the futures, Colby. Let's look at your future, Colby. Kind of a fun conference. Kind of a fun conference for the futures because they have I mean, it seems like a lot of teams where you can, like a lot of elite teams, including teams like Iowa State, who I just picked up a little to win or to make it to the Final Four. Also, Sean, if you're wondering,
So what you're saying is this is the best conference in college basketball? Because that would be accurate.
I would say. Here's what I would say too. If you look at what I want to know, or what I would love to understand how the KenPom formula works, because when I look at his overall, and obviously it's definitely like the SEC is picking up ground in the middle ranks, because how many top 20 teams do you think they have in the Big Ten? And especially what's crazy about the Big 12 is you look at KenPom's defensive efficiency. The Big 12 has seven in the top 20 defensive efficiency. And so, I mean, I'm with you.
Well, how about also
great bracket? Look at this thing. Look at this thing. It's all over the place. It's like we're what did I call it earlier? A trail map. It looks like we're on going down a mountain trying to find
also,
the black diamonds.
The shitty teams in their conference all stuck it to the SEC. Utah beat Ole Miss. Oklahoma State beat Texas A&M by 30, I think it was, or 20. Arizona State beat Texas. So it's like, I don't even the numbers. Why should we trust any of your numbers if this is what it's giving us back? I
mean, again, I think it's probably like it's overvaluing like the mediocre teams that are,
well,
for the same reason
also values preseason rankings, which I think is weird. I think they come in they set the numbers at a certain,
I do think there are. Yeah. I think there's some I wouldn't call them preseason rankings, but there's like projections. And over time, the projections phase out because there's real data. So I don't know how much impact there is there, but I do think it's a product of overall conference ratings are going to benefit a conference that has a whole bunch of teams between like 40 and 60. And maybe it's overvaluing them because to me, when I look at this conference and I see Arizona, clear top tier team, followed by Houston and Iowa State, like 2 seeds.
Yeah.
I there's not a lot. What other conference can I say that about?
I think you could argue too, specifically because it's been this way the whole year. So before Texas Tech and BYU got really injured, they were national championship contenders as well. They had like 7 national championship contenders in this conference. It's like, what are we doing? I don't give a fuck about whether the Big 12 gets, I think your mark sucks, but I'm saying like they are by far, there's no other conference even close to it. The best conference in college basketball this year. I
mean, is it going to impact anyone though at the end of the day?
But my problem is like if we're using KenPom, they say they use it on on a selection. We put a lot of validity into it, and we shouldn't if this is the result they're giving us.
Yeah, and I'm just saying, in the case of the Big 12, are any teams going to get screwed?
Well, yeah, bubble teams potentially.
But like, which one in the Big 12 is most likely to be screwed?
Well, I mean, seeding certainly, but I mean, I would say Cincinnati's fighting for their life. TCU, I think, just kind of solidified that they're going to be in. But UCF potentially. Some of the other schools too. I mean, like. I know Oklahoma State got injured too, but I'm saying like there were some other teams right along there. West Virginia. That to me, I just feel like if you're playing the Big 12, it is the hardest conference in the nation, without a doubt.
Well, so looking at
last year, the SEC was
looking at the futures because of the way it's structured. Can you play a team not in the top 4? It's To me, it's tough because you have Arizona, Houston, Iowa State, those top three. It's like, yeah, maybe one of them slips up, but all three of them, it's tough to get past it. I mean, sure,
The other
Cincinnati
side,
45-1.
the other side of the coin is that it creates incredible prices on teams.
Yeah,
that would, you're probably right. You probably have you're most likely defeating 3 of those top 4 teams on your path.
Yeah, which seems insane.
And so I guess the first thing I would do is I would peek at the Kansas part of the bracket, knowing there's maybe some volatility there. And like, do we want to take a piece of TCU?
No, I just, dude, the fan base, this is home games for Kansas and Iowa State. Don't overthink it. Just play.
Oh, so just take Kansas and Iowa State. Okay.
Yeah. No, I think Colby's right.
I love Houston so much usually, but now that I've got some,
if there was any other one I would take, it would be Houston. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you're asking me, like, who's the third team you would take, it would be Houston. I don't even think the rest, especially with the injuries that have occurred. That's another thing that might.
Well, in Kansas, because of the home, because of them getting up, and obviously they've had a bunch of troubles, but Kansas to win the Big 12 at 8-1, considering that roster, you got it. And the way the brackets spread out,
that's going to be a good game against Houston. And yeah, so
now Iowa State does have to play the extra game, but it's going to be
Texas Tech, right?
Well, yeah, assuming they beat the winner of Arizona State. Baylor.
Yeah. Penciling that in. I'm on Iowa State. Like I mentioned earlier, I got them going to the Final Four.
I'm with you. Iowa
Got
State, Kansas. Colby nailed it. Not messing with anything else. Kramer, what do you know?
I don't know about. I guess I'll take Kansas. I'll follow Colby blindly into the oven, taking Kansas here. And then you know what? Give me where is? Ooh, that's such a tough path to get. You know, give me a taste of my Bearcats.
Cincinnati 45-1 for Kramer.
All right. Moving along to the Big Ten, which
let's stare at this right here. Just stare at this for.
I said this before the show, but the Big Ten has all the money and they can't hire a graphics team to make a better logo. I mean, it's
what am I staring at here?
You're looking at a spreadsheet. This is what happens when you give someone that's not a creative, like design person. Like someone just took a bracket here. Like you got to put a little flair. You're the Big Ten. And then furthermore, the font mismatch of your sponsor, like the 2026 TIAA men's tournament, red cursive, like a Valentine's Day font. What? And then the bottom right, the logo is just kind of like, it's also very difficult to see who's playing who. You have to
shout out to our buddies over at VEASA because their conference tournament previews have them in black and white, very easy to read on the eyes, and it looks. I mean, it's still a shit show, just the way it's laid out. But graphic design wise,
I just think you can do like there's. I've looked at every bracket so far. This is by far the worst one that any conference has put out, and this is the conference getting all the money. So similar format. The top 4 seeds get the double bye. The next 4 get a single bye, and there are a couple play-in games even because the Big Ten has like 1 million teams, and they 18 teams in a tournament. I mean, they're pretty close. They're dangerously close to just having their own 32 team tournament. calling it a day. Just combine up with the SEC. We're in Indy, 2 p.m. on Tuesday.
No, Chicago. This is in Chicago. Yeah.
Oh, my apologies. We're in Chicago.
Is in Indy.
They're using different venues for their tournaments.
Well,
that's interesting.
I think it's because the Final Four is in Indy, so they didn't want to double up. That'd be a lot of benefit for Purdue and Indiana, right?
I guess. I mean, who cares though? Don't they always play in Indy?
A lot of years. I think they've done Chicago a couple times. I think they're doing Vegas in next
year. Didn't they randomly do Brooklyn one year?
They did.
So the ACC did that too. It's like that.
They did Brooklyn twice. The ACC did. Well, at least they have Syracuse though. So at least like there's a little bit of logic.
Syracuse is nowhere near.
I'm just saying Brooklyn. It's in the state. It's in the state.
All the alumni in Syracuse live in the city.
All right. Let's 17 seed Maryland. Shout out to Buzz.
17 seed in the conference tournament.
Shout out to Mottola. Nice border battle.
The 16 seed Oregon. I know, right? There's so many seeds here. Again, 2 p.m. on the West Coast. 3.5 point favorites. The Ducks. I will be up on the campus of Oregon in about a month from this. Yeah. Early April. I'll be there, scoping out the situation. This is a short enough
for your cornhole.
Is that what I got to watch out for? I sleep on my back. Got it. Oregon lane.
Give me a hacky sack.
Well, fun aside. In college,
Whoa, where's this going?
I assume everyone.
I was playing rugby.
No, I assume everyone.
They said if I wanted to be a starter, I had to do something to earn it.
So I assume that most people like the idea that kids would hang outside the dorm and like kick around a hacky sack was again fairly standard thing at that time, early 2000s, and we were up on the 6th floor of this building, and we perfectly timed the dropping of a firecracker.
Oh wow!
To just right in the middle of this group of fucking filthy hippies kicking a hacky sack around. Complete violence. Anyway, Oregon laying 2.5. I can't keep going to the well with this fucking Buzz Williams squad. No. They're so bad. Colby.
Altman's teams play, but you've seen them win the Pac-12 tournament a bunch of times when they weren't going to go dancing. It is different in the playing in Chicago, but yeah, Buzz's team. I think Oregon's a play. Altman, Buzz. I think next year will look to take the Terps. But yeah, give me the Ducks. Quack quack.
Yeah, you can't take this Maryland team right now. They're very unserious. I'm with you. Oregon, lay it, smash.
They haven't had a good performance all year. Maybe the Iowa game.
Maryland?
Yeah.
I hit the money line at Minnesota, and I also.
Why is this? Game. I mean, why is this only 2.5?
I don't know.
Oregon won by Oregon won by 10 at Maryland.
They already played this game.
I know, but Maryland's healthier than then. So
all right.
Oregon also showed a pulse. Like they played well against a Wisconsin team. You're right. They're pretty close, but I like the recent form of Oregon a lot better. A nice long shot play maybe to win the tournament.
Don't let them get hot.
Northwestern, the 18 seed.
Oh my God, 300 to 1.
15 to 1.
Seed. Think about that. We have a field of 64. We don't even get an 18 seed.
Yeah, exactly. That's crazy. 18-15 matchup here. Northwestern, Penn State. Penn State is catching 6.5 points. Colby, tell Sean why he shouldn't take Penn State.
I mean, it's in Chicago.
Hold on. Did I screw up that line? No, Penn State's catch. Okay. Penn State's catching 6.5 points. Colby.
I'll take Penn State. I don't like it when Northwestern's a big favorite. All right. At any time. I don't care who's coaching them. I don't like it when they're big favorites. Mike Rhodes better as a dog in Chicago. Northwestern fans don't care about fucking sports. They're all losers. Right?
I'm with you, Colby. Northwestern 5-10 ATS is a favorite, and they're laying 6.5. I get it. This Penn State team not great, and it's in Chicago, but there might be more. Penn State has a fan base. Again, I told myself I'm not going to
Penn State's not
factor any sort of fan.
They don't have any fans at this game either.
There'll be no fans at this game.
Northwestern will have.
Stay within the number. Northwestern wins by 4.
You don't think any Northwestern fans will be at this game?
There'll be 5 or 6.
They did lose by 21 at Northwestern earlier in the year, but
I think you guys are getting a little cute here. I think you're getting a little cute. Lay the points.
They beat Iowa at home recently. Penn State.
I was walking my dogs this morning, and there was a bit of a commotion in the tree above me. There's a couple squirrels fighting, and one squirrel jumped out of the tree, and it looked like it was flying.
It's pretty
USC. Cool. I was just telling a Northwestern story about flying squirrels. USC, Iowa, 13-9 matchup.
Washington.
Why do I have Iowa written down? Was that you, Colby?
Woo! ain't smoking my weed.
You're blaming me for that. You had a stressful
I'm not
day at the
blaming
office.
anyone. I'm just
Not
saying,
much accountability on this side of the desk here, Cole.
I'm just saying it seems like an unlikely thing that I would have made a mistake on. Meanwhile, Colby has the droopy husky that almost looks like a bear. They're taking on the Trojans of USC. This game is on Wednesday, the 11th, 11:30 a.m. on the West Coast. Washington. Colby, do you want to throw a number at me? Or do you want me to throw the number at you? I got Washington.
Well, yeah. What was it? What were you gonna
I was going to go Washington laying 2.5.
Well, they just played this game. Washington was laying 5.5. That was in Seattle. And USC was kind of taking it to them for the first 25 minutes, and Washington roared back really the final 10, 12 minutes of the game and kind of laid it on them. Misleading
Whoop that
number.
ass.
Misleading number if you watched it, though. If you watched this was a close game all the way up to like the 10-minute mark.
But that was I was on USC money line, and that was unfortunate. But that was they had just gotten they kicked that kid off the team, and the idea was like, hey, this is a 1-game get up. Where are we at now with USC though?
I'm going to take USC because I think the momentum of the crowd helped Washington in that game. Now you're in Chicago, so no one's going to be here. USC and Washington fans don't give a fuck about going to see them in the Big Ten tournament. So I think USC will be able to take advantage of that. This was a neck and neck game. I think they're live on the money line.
I'm going Washington. I still think they're the better team. A little bit. Yeah. Give me Washington.
Recent revenge.
Yeah, no, I get it. They're better at the line. And I think USC had a little, I mean, they got up for that game, but then look at the rest of their games since the middle of February.
They've lost 7 straight. Yeah, I'm out on that. Give me Washington.
Colby on USC here.
That's weird. That's a little weird. It maybe feels like that Venezia pizza thing where he's being influenced with
nothing weird about that. Just all deliciousness.
Being influenced.
Well,
by money.
Kramer, you know what it is.
What's that?
Well, guys at the club, a lot of USC alumni.
Oh yeah.
Most of his foursome, they're USC guys. He's a big OJ guy. You know, Colby.
He does like the silver spoon.
He must have quit. The glove did not fit. All right.
14 seed Rutgers, 11 seed Minnesota. Again, this one's on Wednesday, 6 p.m. on the West Coast. I mean, Colby, that is a very happy Gopher, I would say.
Chipper.
Looks very chipper. Minnesota laying, I'll say, you want to call it 4.5, 5, Colby?
Sure, and I'll lay it. I think Nico Medved's got the Gophers way ahead of schedule. Rutgers has played Sparty to a close game. Give me the Gophers to win by double digits here. Shout out to Eastern Washington. They just beat Weber State, by the way.
Let's go. The problem with Minnesota is they have such a good home court.
Yeah.
I struggle taking teams like that.
Ton of
in these neutrals.
Minnesota fans in Chicago, though. You see
I mean, there's a lot of Jersey people out there too. I will say Rutgers has played slightly
a lot of organized
better.
crime connections between the Rutgers and the Chicago outfit.
I'd say for the most part, Rutgers has played better on the road this year.
They're both. I mean, Minnesota's 5-5 ATS on the road. Rutgers 6-5, so pretty similar against the number. I'm with Colby. I'll fade Rutgers, but I there's the other games I like better than this one. Kramer, what are you doing? You're always a sucker for Jersey trash.
Rutgers' last road trip to the Midwest, they got beat by 30 points by Indiana.
Indiana's not good.
Give me Minnesota,
and they're not even playing in the first round. Kind of a statement on the Big Ten.
Gonna buy. All right, let's take a look at those futures, Colby. Sure. Oh man, look at how many odds we had. You can't even see them.
Well, so we tweeted out, bring your magnifying glass with this episode, right? Just for just for this right here. It's like, who do they got?
Right, so we got. I mean, obviously. So Sean, why don't you start with talking about Michigan State? I'm guessing you're going to be on them. No? Oh,
I don't know. I am a sucker for Michigan State. I do have them to get to the Final Four 10-1, but
my mistake.
I feel like their best runs have come when they get knocked out early, and then Izzo has a bunch of time to get them ready for the real tournament. But you look at their path. I mean, they get double or triple bye, I guess, depending on how you're looking at it. They're already in the quarterfinals, and they're going to be playing, UCLA or the winner of the Minnesota Rutgers game. Then they got Nebraska, most likely, or Purdue in there. Two teams that I think they could handle. Like their path to the semifinals is pretty easy, and you're getting a decent price on them at 6-1. I am a sucker for this Michigan State team. Colby, what are you doing here?
Yeah, I'm on Sparty. I like their path. I think they'll beat UCLA if they play them again. I also like their chances against Nebraska if it's away from Lincoln, which it is. And then on the other side, I'll take Wisconsin. They've proven they have the best.
Yes,
maybe
definitely.
Everybody in college hoops. Now, I will say this: are we a little crazy? Because it's in Chicago, so that will be an Illini road game. But they've already won in Champaign. But you wonder,
they won in Champaign. They won at Purdue.
Can they do it twice? Because that Chicago crowd will be all Illini for that matchup. To me, there's only one other option if you're not going to take Wisconsin, and that's the Illini.
No, I like this Wisconsin team. I know they shot lights out against Purdue, but the fact that you're getting 35-1 with Wisconsin and plus 425 with Illinois, home court be damned. I'm riding the Staples here.
Yeah,
Staples and Smarty.
At first, we thought this was in Indianapolis because they do it so often in Indianapolis, and I was like, Wisconsin's going to run through this. Then I saw Chicago. I was like, it becomes a little harder, but they've done it before. Why not? Sparty, I love though. Sparty too. So give me Sparty, Wisconsin.
Yeah,
6-1 considering their path.
Give me Sparty. Yeah, they get to play UCLA away from the West Coast. Any value on Northwestern?
No.
Yeah. Any value on Ohio State?
They got to play Michigan, and I just don't think.
I know. That would be the ultimate Ohio State Michigan upset. Too tough.
Not well. You just have to beat Michigan, then you're gonna have to beat either Illinois or Wisconsin. Then you're gonna have to beat Iowa. Iowa's gonna give Ohio State a game. That game went to overtime in Columbus last time.
Give me Ohio State and Wisconsin to go with Michigan State.
Ohio State 70-1, Wisconsin 35-1, and Michigan State 6-1.
Buzz is 500-1. I'm not going to play it though. I'm not going to play it.
Oh, come on. You're going to put $10 at the circa.
No, I'm not.
500-1.
Definitely not. No, it starts before we get to the circa. I'm going to have to.
Oh,
it would have to
thank
be digital,
God for you.
Digital currency. All right, Colby. One more to go.
Oh, you guys thought we were done? No.
Well, I'll be curious to see how many game slides Colby made here. Conference USA on deck.
No.
Where they only have a couple first round games, so we'll see if Colby got cute with it. Missouri State, Florida International. We're playing this in Evansville.
No, does that say Evansville up there?
It says Huntsville.
Huntsville.
Yeah.
My God, Kramer. The reviews we're going to get on Apple Podcasts.
That's weird.
Leave positive reviews.
One of the I was looking at the sheet, not the slide. And one of the sheet, again, Colby must have been mucking around. One said Evansville, one said Huntsville. 8-9 matchup. Florida International.
Really throwing Colby under the bus.
No. Not at all. Not at all. Just pointing out what I'm seeing here. Florida International is catching 1.5. Ooh, this number is a little bit all over the place. You know what? Let's just call it a pick. Florida International is a pick against the Missouri State Tiny Mouth Bears. Colby,
we got to take the Sunblazers here. FIU, they've played much better down the stretch. They've, I know five of their last 10 is much better because Missouri State 2-8 in their last 10. And really, FIU's been solid all year. I feel like they just played more consistently throughout the whole season. You look at that dude. What's his name? Corey Stevenson, I think it is. He can play for FIU, and I just think they're the better team this year. Quanzo Martin's in year one with Missouri State. They look like a year one team. Give me the Sunblazers to blaze on.
Blaze on. Corey Stevenson is. I assume you're referring to the 6'6" senior guard.
Yes, he can play.
FIU split with Missouri State in the regular season. I don't know. Missouri State's 67% of the line. FIU not much better.
Pitbull money. One team's got Pitbull money.
Oh, never mind. Florida FIU all the way. I forgot they're backed by Pitbull.
Yeah.
Easy money then. Let's go.
They should do a tournament. Pitbull and Master P.
By the way, Master P was sitting on the bench tonight. So to answer our question, he was sitting on the bench with a mask on, but he was sitting on the bench. So we were wondering because he's like the athletic director. He does a bunch of things for the university. So he's involved. Maybe just a conference tournament thing, but he's involved.
We need to get. I feel like Snoop always reps USC, so he's got to get. I want him to get like a. Cal Poly or something. I want him to get behind one of these other schools in California, Long Beach State. How about that? Snoop needs to get involved with Long Beach State, and we just do a rapid sports tournament in college basketball. Come on, that wouldn't be great. We already got two. We're close, man.
Yeah. Why does he's a Long Beach guy? Why does he not mess with Long Beach State?
Get Long Beach State going, man. I don't know. We need to broker that deal. If I met Snoop on the subway once in Hollywood and Vine. And
I mean, if you've ever been to LA, the fact that anyone who doesn't have to rides the subway is pretty funny.
It's
not the most convenient.
It makes you go out of your way 100% of the time.
Well, to be fair, he was only going from Hollywood Highland to Hollywood Vine because that's where the car was parked. Or whatever.
It's not very far.
But he doesn't want to spend for valet in Hollywood.
I don't know that. I brought this up, and it was like one of the last rides of the night. So I got to talk to Snoop for like 5 minutes. We were like,
that's pretty hilarious.
It was him and his people, and like me and like one other person on the train. So shout out to Snoop Dogg.
Shout out to Snoop.
But yeah, Snoop, come on, Long Beach State, get that thing going. Give me the Pitbull money. Let's go.
Yeah, I think we're all on the Pitbull money. Let's go 10-7 matchup. Jacksonville State, New Mexico State, 6 p.m. on the West Coast.
Now, this one's interesting. They just played in Las Cruces, and New Mexico State came storming back from down double digits. But this tournament's in Huntsville. Jacksonville State is right up the road.
Yeah, and
Jack State.
And their dogs here. So New Mexico State laying 1.5. I guess you want to call it on the road. That stood out to me as well, Colby.
Yep, and I am a guy that likes taking the subway. In LA, it's a little grimier though.
It's just not convenient. Besides that,
code for something.
Well, no, LA, like you jump on the subway and there's like a homeless person sitting in their own shit.
Yeah. Well, that's
wow.
I feel like that's subways in general, but yeah.
No,
but it's one thing if it was convenient.
It's magnified in LA. I've taken enough to the subway in New York, and I mean New York's got like rats and shit that are crazy, but I think LA's got it beat, even though it doesn't go a lot of places.
I don't know, man. I'm with you. Jacksonville State, second in conference in defense. The fact that they're a dog is kind of surprising. I'll take Jack State.
Yeah, give me the Cox. I was trying to see if the guy being a guy who likes to take the subway was something we could get a definition on Urban Dictionary. Not the case. Okay, so we're Colby's doing it again. Didn't even put these on the sheet because they're being played like 8 days in the future. But Colby wants to talk about more basketball. We can do that.
Happy to oblige.
Middle Tennessee State taking on the 5 seed. By the way, taking
another
on
Bulldog.
Bulldog or Wildcat. Which one's worse?
Tiger's pretty bad too.
Wildcat is just kind of a weird. Anyway, 5 seed Middle Tennessee taking on the 4 seed La Tech.
We gotta lock up Middle Tennessee. La Tech's coming off like a 50-point win. No way will they sustain this. Also, La Tech's been trash away from home, with the exception to that 50-point win. I'm on the Blue Raiders to get it done.
They're laying 2.
Let's go.
FYI. The Blue Raiders, that is. And if you ever have the chance to spend some time in Middle Tennessee, they have some great bull riding opportunities. Fun town, underrated college town, I would say. Got a chance.
Save a bull, ride a cowboy. That's your motto, Kramer.
No. Giant. When you see that enrollment and you see like Tennessee cares about college sports, it's like I don't know how they're not better at football and basketball. Like they should be awesome.
Yeah, Louisiana Tech, not bad defense in conference, but Middle Tennessee State is the play. Kramer, I assume you're riding with the favorite here.
Yeah, no, and also just worth noting, never really was too into bull or horse conservation. So not pro.
You.
Yeah, no, I mean I'm not a big fan of riding cowboys. I don't know. You asked, you brought it up. Just
it's a bumper sticker on your truck. I thought.
What's that?
Save a bull, ride a cowboy.
No, I'm
it's a different truck.
I'm trying to save the turtles. Stop using straws, people. That's you're killing all the turtles. Next up, we got Kennesaw State, Western Kentucky, which this one will make Western Kentucky laying a point. Unless Colby wants to veto me there. So the 6 seed Kennesaw State, the 3 seed Western Kentucky.
I think Kennesaw swept them too in the regular season. If memory serves me correct. Yeah, I'll take Western. Western's a better school. They've been hotter down the stretch, I would say, than Kennesaw. So, and I think Western, if you're looking at the conference odds, which we'll jump to, one of the only teams I think there's actually like a little bit of value on.
They only let's see, they played back on
they got
January 28th and Kennesaw won 72-69.
And they beat
and
them.
They played on
that.
January 7th. Yeah, they played like twice in a week and a half, which is kind of interesting.
So I know this because
I bet Western the last time.
Even though Western Kentucky lost both games in the regular season, we project this to be Western Kentucky laying a point.
Yeah, no, I mean, so much better at the line. Just start there. All over Western Kentucky laying the point here.
Top 40 defensive rating. All right.
Yeah, no, the advanced numbers are really good.
So you're not
Western
worried
Kentucky.
about the fact that they lost the actual games when they played previously.
Double revenge and you're a favorite. Love it in conference tourney. Give me the Hilltoppers. Kramer.
Yep.
Give me Kennesaw State.
Who?
Love a good owl. I mean, underrated alpha predators. Look at that. I mean, even that, you might think, hey, this is a really basic design from Conference USA. Better than the Big Ten. Better than the Big Ten. I can see the logos. The logos.
Yep.
It's huge.
So this is a shocking, like the odds are just unbelievable. So Liberty has phoned it in the past couple of games because they clinched like back on like January 20th. I feel like they clinched this league by like 5 games a long time ago, and they kind of phoned it in down the stretch. It didn't win and didn't cover. And I was still shocked to see that they weren't the odds on favorite. Now I was hoping for Sam Houston because I did look at Sam Houston on the bracket. I was thinking we're going to get great value on Sam Houston. They're going to be a dangerous team. No, they're odds on favorite, which is still shocking to me. I'm taking the Flamin' Libs plus 275, and I'm going to take the Tops at plus 700. I'm not touching anything else. To me, there's if you're going to play anything else, it's Sam Houston.
Yeah, Western Kentucky at 7-1 does sound like decent value because we liked them in that first game against Kennesaw, and then they're hitting the ground running. Well, probably run into Sam Houston. But I'm just gonna go Western Kentucky. Colby, you're doing Western Kentucky and Liberty.
I am. I think Liberty's the best team in this conference by a decent amount, but Sam Houston does have some athletes that can mess with them.
All right.
And you see what they've done. So a couple notes on the bracket here. Not only do they give they essentially give the 1 and 2 seed the play-in fodder, but they also let them play a day earlier, so they're more rested for the semifinal.
I missed that. All right, yeah, give me Liberty then. I'll tail Colby's. I don't have
what
any.
Do you think about a crazy Jacksonville State play just because they're home? Is there a chance they could run this thing just because they're home?
So wait.
Well, you got to beat Sam Houston and the winner of Western Kentucky, Kennesaw.
Yeah, but you're getting a great price.
Yeah, I think we should sprinkle a little bit on Jack State.
All right. Talk to me into it. Didn't take much.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's just
we got the Conference USA market cornered with Liberty, Western Kentucky, and Jacksonville State.
All right, I'll take Jacksonville State because I like the home team angle. So is it? I mean, God, Liberty just beat Sam Houston. Give me Liberty. You're right. They'll turn it up.
So we're on Liberty plus 275, all on Jacksonville State at 28-1. Colby and I are on the Hilltoppers at plus 750. Good times. A lot of conference tournament previews, a lot of fun picks. Reminder: come out to Circa in Vegas, top floor, Wednesday, March 18th, 6:00 kickoff there. Going to be a lot of fun, a lot of cocktails. Come say what's up. Watch the first four game.
I'll also tell you how to beat this one slot machine.
Yes,
not too far away.
Kramer's turning into
the slot. How's the slot?
A slot influencer. We got
plus
some
EV slot player.
We got some angles on some slot machines. Right around the top floor there over at the Circa. Of course, toss us a nice rating over on Apple Podcasts. We need some more Apple Podcast reviews, and of course, Spotify. Insert all your questions and comments. 5 stars always appreciated. Promo code March, 15% off everything in the store. And of course, check out Colby Dant, the college experience daily. College basketball picks, pods, picking every game against the spread. Colby's going to be out here in LA doing our March Madness previews from the LA studio. Then we're going to Vegas, and it's going to be awesome. March is here, and getting in on the Survivor contest. SportsGamblingPodcast.com/Survivor. It is filling up, Kramer. Get in while you can.
I am excited for Colby to come back out west and take control of the TV situation.
It is helpful.
Yeah.
Oh, and the first thing I'm going to do when I do that is startyourfootballprogram.com.
Oh no.
Of
ridiculous.
Course, as always.
Thank you for participating in the Sports Gambling Podcast.
For the Sports Gambling Podcast, I'm Sean, second the money green. He's Ryan.
Go Hokies.
Kramer. Let it ride.